Hey guys, my name is Chandler Holland. I am the dude that does the space. We recently decorated the apartments to celebrate Christmas. Now it's just one giant fucking tree. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about relativity and this one specific theory of Albert Einstein's. Albert Einstein is considered to be one of the greatest scientists and physicists of our time. But back in his day, everybody looked at him like he was crazy. But you really can't blame him because the thing is, a lot of his ideas were decades ahead of their time, and technology would have to catch up almost a half a century just to be able to test his theory. One of these theories would support the claim that a meteor stick at the base of a mountain is actually smaller than a meteor stick on a plane. Let me rephrase this. 1 meter here on Earth is smaller than a meter measured out in space. In fact, a meter measured on the sun is smaller than a meter measured here on Earth. These discrepancies aren't actually as big as I might imply, but there is still a little bit of a difference. But there's a huge difference in not only distance, but also in time. This is all due to laws of relativity, first created by Albert Einstein. The laws of relativity states that space and time, or space-time, can be warped due to gravity. Kind of like when you look at a funhouse mirror, certain parts of it are just bigger. All these statements kind of sound outlandish, but they've been proven by two guys named Robert Reasenberg and Irwin Shapiro. These two proposed the idea of sending radio signals to machinery orbiting and roaming the surface of Mars with instructions to radio back to Earth in order to measure the distance between the two celestial objects using the time it took for the radio signals to pass through space. Kind of like a game of table tennis. Signals were sent to Mars for about a 14-month period beginning in 1976 on into 1977. The data they collected, if relativity law was false, would plot out the shape of a circle, resembling a two-dimensional shape illustrating the orbit of Mars around the Sun and us. But it did not. The data showed that the distance the radio signals traveled seemed to be farther when the Sun was close to the path taken by the transmissions, as if Mars was taking a detour on the far side of the Sun. Maybe it was trying to avoid us. Probably sent too many clinging messages, oh, we want to colonize you. But of course, since Mars has no conscience, therefore it doesn't care if humans want to explore its nether regions. Calm down, I'm talking about its icy poles. Poles. That means the discrepancy in the distance is for sure due to solar gravitation. The data collected by Reasenberg and Shapiro and several other scientists really proves Einstein's theory of relativity. If you don't understand, don't worry, I haven't made my point. The sun's gravity is large enough to cause an anomaly in space-time. If you were to imagine our three-dimensional universe were to be flattened into a two-dimensional surface, like the surface of a trampoline, the sun is heavy enough to cause the trampoline to dip. This dip is our three-dimensional plane bending into a higher dimension. I might cover this in another video, otherwise you can just Google it, there's other content. Because the sun is so heavy that it causes a warping of space-time, the path the radio signals took seems to be much longer than they would normally be in their two-dimensional world. It required a higher dimensional shape to explain the time retardation, or the difference in distance. This is all explained by Einstein's theories. If you like what you see, then hit the like button. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so whenever I post a video, you get an alert. I think it's been a month since I last posted, so I promise to be more frequent. This life's been a little bit hectic for me. Go Space Dudes!